Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coming Into Being. It's still dark out here. I guess it's still early in the year, but anyways, welcome to Coming Into Being. And let me get my little message out here. And Carolina just popped in immediately. Hello. Um, we are going to get started in a minute here. All right. Okay, make sure you have a glass of water, a cup of water with you. If you wish, since I'm talking, I have one. But take a minute to just take a deep breath and then just exhale, making a soft sound and letting your system know, okay, time to chill here. Letting everything else just release out, everything that came before now, releasing out. Sydney popping up on the other side. Here with my aunt. Oh, good. Both attending with cats. And I know Carolina's got a few cats on her end too, so very good. So good. Yeah, very nice. So letting yourself just settle in. You know, even when we are in our everyday lives and we try to settle down, I don't know about you guys, but there's just days where my mind is going kind of all over the place. You know, there's a reason for that. Some people might call it ADD, but what's happening is that there's a lot of information that's floating around. So energetic, or I'll just leave it at energetic. A lot of places that could come from it. We'll just leave it at energetic, and that's creating a disruption in the system, in my system. So pay attention to this if that sounds familiar. Now, the problem is still not the external. Hey, Wisdom Happy also popping up on the other side. The issue is not with the external and all these energies are floating around, because there are always a lot of energies floating out there constantly. We are constantly being bombarded. The issue comes back to, if my mind is going all over the place, come back to right here, to me. And because I'm not centered in myself, and when you're centered in yourself, that means you are present in this moment, as present as you can be, and present in your time and your space. So time is whatever time it is, the day, wherever you are. Your space is this physical entity that you are. This is your face, and we're a space. Your face too, but your space. And we focus on the physical body because we have a physical body. We are physical beings. And this is your time and space coordinate in physical reality. That's really very important. And when you don't have that coordination, to the degree that you don't have that alignment, is the degree to which you have problems. And basically every problem you have, any problem you can come up with for anybody, that's what it comes down to. So take a nice deep breath into that. Settling into your breath. Letting just everything just relax. And I have a wool sweater on. So it's getting a little warm as the energy starts flowing. That happens. Letting just kind of go through your body. Notice where there's tension. Just kind of like, okay, we can relax now. Letting yourself just sink in more deeply. Head, going from head. If through your neck, shoulders, arms, down, all the way down to your fingertips, coming down your torso. Just notice, it's like, oh, it's a little tight there. It's like, okay, we can relax now. And if you want, at that point where it's tight, and bring your awareness into that tight area. Maybe it's your lower back, it's a little tight. Take a breath in, hold it, and then do a soft exhale, soft sound. And as you do that, say, okay, we can relax now. So you're focusing on that area. Letting you relax even more deeply. It's amazing how much tension will use up energy or take energy away from us. And when you loosen that up, when you kind of just get that tension out of there, out of the muscles, out of the body, you can have a lot more energy for just being, enjoying life, and go all the way down your legs and down to your toes. Yeah. A little bit of tiredness in the group. Feels like don't get enough rest. Sydney's Anne, I feel like you kind of have this thing, you feel like you're not getting the rest you need. And rest, not necessarily sleep, but just the downtime. Of course, does that sound like all of us, right? But it's that rest that we're yeah, I think this is kind of good for everybody here. It's that rest where you start to regenerate, like, so we can go on vacation and we're running all over the place, or, it's like, oh, we want to see this, we're new, even when we're sitting at the beach, when you go on a beach vacation, you notice it's like after you're there for 1 week and you think, oh, this is going to be great. And it's like the first day, at least the first day, is all this unwinding that has to happen and this relaxing. You can't really fully relax. And then finally you just conk out after, a day or two, and you're just totally out. So if it's a week, at least you've got a few days left. But if you just go for the weekend, that's practically your whole weekend is unwinding, and then you're back off. When you can get to that point beyond the unwinding, then you get into that regeneration of your body, not just your body, but your energy, your being, all across all levels. So let's focus in on kind of getting to that place so that we can get into that deeper regeneration of the self. Okay, not just the physical body, but of the self. Just my angle here a little bit. So deep breath in, hold it at the top for a count of 5. See if you can hold it even longer. And then on the release, drop down through the center of your body, all the way down. All the way down to the core of the earth. Oh. And we're just going to pass through all the layers that are in between us and the core of the earth. We're not even going to get into all that. Just this plumb line, just dropping down. Yeah, there we go. New earth grid. Yeah, and just feel this whole relaxation happening over the group as we connect in. Everybody's doing good today, dropping in well, so that's nice. Can focus on your Aunt Sydney a little bit more, just to, we've got a group here that's work together. So it's like when people show up for the first time, they're usually kind of learning learning the ropes, getting oriented. So just going to help here, Aunt, there a little bit more with the grounding. And just keep focusing on your breath, whether you're Sydney's aunt or not, or the cats. Just focusing on the breath. Yeah, there you go. Okay, just keep releasing, relaxing in. Sometimes those layers are energetic. So as we, like what I said, we were dropping down to the core of the earth, there's where we are, and then we're kind of dropping through, energetically dropping through to the core, and then we can get into all these layers. But there's also layers of the person. And we have to get through all these layers to kind of ground into and connect in with ourselves. And sometimes what happens is that we will, sometimes, usually, often, most of the time, all the time, just about, what happens is that when we have a way of carrying ourselves, we can call it an identity if we want, or way a facade we show, something we show to the external world, we're a particular way. And so that's a layer that we have to kind of break through. And when we come into ourselves, so that's a different, another way of looking at layers here, more personal level. So to really connect into ourselves, we've got to get through all these layers that we have, So we might be showing up happy to people, lighthearted and happy and kind of happy-go-lucky, and then there's a layer below that. We're not so happy. We're maybe depressed, or maybe weighted down by whatever. And then we just have to keep going, because that's not where we want to stop. That's not really who we are. That's just another layer of something we're going through, part of ourself, but not our true identity. Part of our experience of moving through life, but it's not our true identity. So we just have to, when you hit those layers, that was coming up for somebody, just kind of being more kind of this lighthearted. Some people might say space cadet even, because there's just kind of this bubbly and just kind of like not grounded feeling. And then all of a sudden below that layer, what showed up was just this kind of some unhappiness there. So taking a deep breath in, and if that speaks to you, so that's good. If that doesn't, just notice what layers are coming up. And it could be happy layers as well. That doesn't mean that's necessarily a true identity. Yeah. So sitting in that grounding, and that grounding, so we talk about grounding into the core of the earth. But grounding is really about coming into our physical bodies, You can get people connected to the earth and who are totally not connected to their bodies. So letting ourselves just come in deeper. Focusing on your breath. And as we sit in that connection to the earth, connecting deeper into ourselves, it's usually a lot easier to connect in to the earth than it is to connect to ourselves, because connecting to ourselves, we have to come across everything that we're just have stuffed inside. And that could be other people's frequencies, that could be patterns, that could be memories, that could be a lot of stuff like that we just have just kind of pushed aside to just say, okay, no, I don't want to deal with this. Or it could be, I don't have time, I'm good, I've just got to keep going here. And that's fine, but at some point we have to come up to these and through these. Yeah. So connecting into the earth. No easy, but that's a good place to start, to connect into ourselves, because it helps to just kind of weigh us down, pull us down, you know, that gravitational pull to help us come into this physical body. Watch your heads. A little bit of, there's a little bit of mental stuff for you, Caroline, that's just popped up. So whatever is coming up, there's sadness also, more like grief, I would say, that's showing up also. I'm not going to go into it's so and so and so and so and so and so. So just notice if I mention something, it's like, oh yeah, that's, and all of a sudden you become aware of it. I mean, maybe you're aware of it beforehand, but also maybe I'll say it, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Just kind of breathe into that. Just say, okay, yeah, it's an experience. It's not me. That's something I am experiencing, but that's not me. That's not, you can just remind yourself so we don't get judgmental about, oh God, I'm unhappy. It's like I should be feeling good with my life, whatever. Yeah, it's just something you're experiencing right now. Maybe just something that's shifting through that was in your body, and as you relax more into your physical body, it's just relaxing out. That's fine. We're going to go even deeper into this connection into the earth. Everybody thought we were grounded. Now that I've said that, it's like, what? I thought we were grounded into the earth. Guess what? We're going to go even deeper into this connection in, connecting in. So just kind of feel like you're just dropping in through even more layers of the earth, using the earth a little bit as an analogy for ourselves, but a little easier when there's that metaphor or analogy. So just reaching it for the core of the earth, whatever you imagine that to be like. A lot of theories out there about what the core is like. Yeah. And just letting ourselves drop down. Without needing to go too fast. Going down an elevator to the core. Just following down that channel, that energetic channel. Dropping in. Yeah. And Jolie, hello. I feel like you're new. I don't remember your name from before, so welcome. Just kind of connecting into the earth right now. So take a deep breath in, put it all out, and then just drop into connecting into the core of the earth. And so here's another aspect of layers that we need to get ourselves through, is that even in this concept of connecting in with the core of the earth, there's a lot of layers of perception, of understandings of that are maybe accurate or not, or it's like everything's got a thread of truth. Even if it's one thread out of 100, there's a thread of truth in everything. So, to some degree, everything that we've known before about connecting into the earth, the new earth grid, all of that. There's concepts, there's beliefs. And we have to get through those layers to get to the truth, to the full, complete, pure truth of something. So letting ourselves just drop through those layers. This is kind of an important lesson for all of us today. Is this piece about layers? Awakening is you go through layers. You go through. We could call them stages, for example, or we can call them levels. That's another way of looking at layers too. And I bet all of you have seen this. I have seen this a bit. Somebody steps across, it's like kind of opens up to some more understanding, and just kind of like there's also kind of this big opening, and it's boom, and you see them all lit up, and they're talking to everybody about it, and they're just going, this is it, this is it, this is blah blah blah, this is fantastic, and they've just opened the door. They've just stepped into that new layer, but then it's like you've got all that layer to go through, and then there's another layer to go through. So whether it's expanding into more of our brilliance, more of who we are, or going through all the shit, all the distortions, all the stuff that we don't want to get into. And Tine, hello, Tine. Both directions. There's like layers. There's, or whatever we want to call them, layers, levels, identities. So again, just letting ourselves in all of this connect in more deeply. So with our just aiming for the core of the earth. Just kind of like soaking it on my end. What it looks like to me, it's like there's a very liquid, thick liquid, liquid light. There we go. Yeah, it's not water. It's like liquid light kind of feeling. So there's a density to it, and it's like everybody is kind of soaking through that as you focus on that, connecting in more deeply, grounding more deeply, which means grounding, coming into your body more, yourself, through that connection of your body more deeply. It's clearing out. It's helping you to kind of get cleaner, let go of some more stuff that you didn't maybe you didn't realize you had, but you're just allowing that. It's like, okay, to just drop away, get cleaner. It's a religious paradigm to believe, to think, to view it as there. You awaken and boom, that's it. That's a very strong religious paradigm structure, because that's not how life works. That's not how existence works. There's always an unfolding. It's ever expanding. Um, it's always moving into something bigger. And of course, what's coming to mind, it's like, well, there's also, in terms of the physical universe, there's that contraction factor. Right now we're in expansion. But same thing, if it's contraction, it's not like all of a sudden there's a contraction and then there's nothing. It's this continual process of going in or going out, expanding in or expanding out. So I kind of, yeah, I have to make a post on that because it was interesting. Speaking of expanding or contracting, there's basically two forces in existence, and terming it yin and yang is already applying a human level structure to it, and so we kind of miss it. But it's coming up today, these two forces as that expansion and the contraction. And we actually need both for existence. It's not one or the other. And that's another religious paradigm. So it's either one or the other, good or bad, good or evil, holy or evil, no such thing. Well, a lot of people are happy to get into that because it takes care of a lot of, it helps us categorize, it helps us to group everything, and then we feel safe. It's like, well, that's not good. This is good here. I'm good. This is not good. But there's no good or bad here. In existence, there is only what is. And there is only how you use what is to propel yourself into a greater expansion of your pure essence. Or you could be going in the other direction of propelling yourself further into that distorted expression of your pure essence. How distorted can you get? That's another life path, isn't it? And a lot of people have gone down that way, assuming that they were going into more brilliance. But that's also another way to know yourself, know who you are. So you'll get to a point where you get either so distorted, it's like you totally fall off, poof, or you get to that point where it's like you finally go, oh my God, what am I doing? And wake up. A similar pattern of that is when to awaken, people usually don't go, oh, okay, I'll awaken. Yes, boom. It's usually something has to happen that has to jolt the person out of their unconsciousness. So it's a question of how much you need to get jolted. And do you need a slap in the face? Do you need somebody to get angry at you? Do you need to lose your relationship, get hit by a car, get hit by lightning, have your whole house burned down, lose everything to, what degree? Be on stage 4, dying in a week, to go all of a sudden it's like, whew, what am I doing? Time to wake up. So it's all part of the process. And everybody's got their own process, their own journey. Okay, deep breath in, hold it at the top, and exhale with a soft sound. Connecting back into the core of the earth. Yeah. We'll take a moment to be here. I don't intend to talk necessarily, but it just starts coming through. What needs to be heard. And it's not just by people who are watching, but it's also later. I'm actually surprised at how many people, pleasantly surprised at the number of views that I get on my videos. So I just say that because I got a report from Google saying, from YouTube saying, here's your report. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's good. So it's for the people who are on the live, but it's also for anybody else who's going to show up. And I don't know who they are. I don't anticipate anything. But at spirit level, it's there. It's happening. Connecting in again, just bringing that awareness to the core of the earth. Relaxing into that core. New earth, yeah. So I'm not saying the earth. I'm not saying new earth today, but I just want to bring that up. That's just popping in. New earth, meaning the new consciousness of this planet. Everything is shifting into a new consciousness. May not look like it or feel like it right now, but it is. Yeah, and that's going to be a post on Instagram, like in the coming days, about the two forces, because it ties in with this. Everything looking like shit right now. Unless you can look more deeply, unless you can look through that layer. So another piece with layers here. If you can look beyond that surface layer of what it appears like, you'll see more of what actually is. And in the core of the earth, as we sit there, allowing all, as we connect in, sit there, however you want to see it. If you feel yourself in the middle of the earth, that's fine. If you feel like you're top and connected in, that's fine too. Allowing that connection to just enliven more deeply that connection between the human self, your human self, and your pure essence. Yeah. Everybody's spine is lighting up. So I just kind of bring your awareness to your spine. That's where it's happening. Or starting at least. So shifting your breath, just let's focus in on the spine, because it's really, everybody's spine is all lit up, so that's great. So we're going to really dive into this piece and reinforce that for everybody. And so the question of why the spine, because the spine and the physical body is a connection between the brain and the whole rest of the body. It's your nervous system. Your nervous system dictates everything in your body. You control somebody's nervous system, you control everything in their body. That communication highway. And of course, it goes right into the center of the brain, and that connects into higher dimensions, right? Tailbone is one of the ways that on the more physical level, even energetic, but closer to the physical level, that connects into the core of the earth. So with your breath, just allow your mind to go up with the breath and down, inhale up, exhale down. So just kind of letting your awareness kind of just go up and down for a minute. Yeah. Don't get too mental about it. You can see that's kind of showing up a little bit. Just that. There we go. Yeah. Just relax into feeling your spine. Okay, we're going to shift this a little bit now. Instead of going up and down, on your in-breath, feel that expansion of your essence from your spine out into your body. And then on the exhale, just coming back to the spine. And then inhale, expanding out to the body. Exhale, coming back to the spine. And don't get too caught up into that, because the getting caught up is just the mental piece. So just kind of get a sense that that's happening. If you can't visualize it, can't feel it, don't worry, because that's the human level. Breathe in, expanding out to your whole body. Breathe out, coming back into the spine. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. And then just get a sense of, just notice how you're feeling right now. That light of that connection to your pure essence. So maybe it feels warm, maybe it feels relaxed. Maybe expansive is not a word I would use today. I would use what is that? It's interesting because there's a density to that, and that's not a bad thing. That means that there's more. There's a buildup that's been happening at frequency, energetic level, and so it's gotten more compact. No, compact is not the right word either. It's like when you're weaving something, when something gets woven, you can have like a really wide weave, and so there's space between the threads. There's more threads that have come in, and so the weave is tighter, it's more cohesive, more. Yeah, it's like there's a greater cohesiveness. So notice whatever you're feeling. Maybe it's just more relaxed, and that's good. That's fine too. So feel that, whatever is coming up. And then focus on a part of your body, like your cheeks. Come back to that feeling. And then another part of your body. Toes, knees, fingertips, whatever. Okay. That is the way to kind of bring you into what we were talking about at the beginning, at that time space, your time space. Is notice what's around you, and then just notice something of your body, your cheeks, your ears, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is, just your physical body, just to help anchor you in more solidly into here and now. And then notice what you're sitting on. Feeling yourself connect more on the physical level. So looking at your environment, looking at an object, maybe hearing a sound, maybe a smell, and then a point in your body, your head, your back, your thighs. Yeah, there we go. And if your eyes aren't open yet, just opening up your eyes gently. And noticing the environment around you. And if it feels a little different, notice that. Maybe it feels calmer, maybe it feels more quiet, maybe it feels, you might notice that stillness in the environment, and it's not relative to how much noise there is in your environment. It's that underlying, that stillness of existence, that quiet in existence, the depth of existence there that you're also noticing. That's good. That's good if you can notice it. Okay. Hope everybody's doing good. That was a good session. Thank you all for showing up. Angelina, thanks for stopping in. A new person, and Sydney's aunt, another new person. Welcome to come back anytime. We're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central European Time. That's, if you're in the States, 1 p.m. And everywhere else, you'll have to figure it out on your own. My aunt was just able to lift both arms for the first time in 3 years. Wow. Wow, that's cool. Her spine totally opened up. Yeah, so just relaxing in. And Angelina, thank you. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Oh, Heather, another person thanks for stopping in, Heather, too. That's really cool, Sydney. So a lot of relaxation. Oh, Riki. Hello, Riki. So that's really cool. So there's a lot of, and that relaxation. So that might be something for her to come back to and listen again, to just let herself relax into her body. I think there's a lot of this trying to kind of just stay above all that, and connecting in is the way to go. Ravine, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. So yeah, I'm so glad you came by. You know, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome to come back anytime, every Wednesday, and just join in. So this is my free offering to just support people. And it's the same thing. It's always coming into being. It's always about connecting with ourselves. As we connect with ourselves, we really come into our bodies, then everything that is not us shifts out, moves out. So we can own ourselves more. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if it's like the last minute of your life. That's the most important thing you can do, is just connect into this physical identity that your spirit has used to move through life, that is using it as that physical vehicle in physical life. So really cool. I'm really happy for your aunt there. And so, oh yeah, let me put in my little QR code. If you would like to make a donation, if you're on Instagram, you could go to, if you're inclined, that's fine. Either way is fine. As it feels right for you to do. But on Instagram, it's through the link in the bio. And on YouTube, it's on the screen now. You're welcome to just use that and make a little contribution to the work. And to the work is to yourself, you know, also recognizing you supporting yourself. So there we have it. Okay, thank you, everybody, and thanks for stopping by. And we'll be back next Wednesday. You know, so take care and have a